What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Week 14 Sunday morning show. I am your host, Ben House. I'm joined by Sam this week. No Anthony. Once again, haven't heard from
God,
Anthony. Do you have any idea what he's doing? I don't even know where he is.
don't,
He could not
don't
even be in Ohio. I have no idea.
care. He's just the worst. Yeah, I don't care.
No idea where he is. So, going to be us two. Sam's going to be going through the questions. So, we'll let you guys join up. Start posting your questions. We will try and answer as many as we can. Sam did not do the game theory podcast with you this week, so I want to get your thoughts kind of on the slate. I think that this is a really weird slate. So Tuesday, like if we go back to Tuesday, I thought it was going to be really chalky. Like everyone was going to play McKissick, everyone was going to play Jalen Hurts, Adams, Henry, like just very clear. And then the more that the week has gone on, like I still think it's extremely chalky, but I think the chalk has kind of changed because we've had all this other value open up. So I do think it's a good tournament slate because we should kind of know the build route that people will be going in cash games. But I personally, I have like the weirdest cash game build I've had all year, just because I know it's going to be a super chalky week, and I'm fine being a little bit different. And I actually really like my lineup. So kind of how are you playing this slate? Just what are your thoughts in general?
Yeah, I agree that it's like funny where as soon as like we found out that Gibson was going to be out, I was like, okay, sick. So now we have like a 70% on JD McKissick in cash. And as of like yesterday, now I think he's going to be like not owned in cash, or at least like not to the extent. I don't know. I agree with you mostly. I think I was reading something by Scott Barrett, who's I think is one of the sharper guys for fantasy. He was saying, which I agree with, is like I think this week a lot of your stuff will be like unintentionally contrarian because I think a lot of the pieces we think could be really high owned won't be. I think there's some obvious ones like I think I like him, and yeah, he could easily go off. I think like someone like Aaron Jones is going to be very overowned compared to the probability of him like dominating everything. I get he's way cheaper than Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook. I think it's funny that Dalvin Cook might be 5% owned, which is fascinating because the matchup is bad, but like he has so much usage, which makes him kind of like an elite leverage play off Derrick Henry. So I think just overall playing a lot of these guys you like, I think will be less owned than you think. But then there's going to be guys like we were just talking about a pre-pod, like Corey Davis. I think is going to be really chalky, which just doesn't feel good. But I don't know. I think it's a week to not avoid something like Rodgers and Adams, but just do not play like all the other cheap chalk with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. So that's kind of where I see things.
Yeah, no, I can see that. We were talking kind of texting this morning. Like, I think Robbie Anderson is someone that could go under owned. Was projecting for really high ownership. Really,
Mm-hmm.
once your projections came out earlier this week, and just it's kind of carried on throughout the week. But I think with all this other stuff opening up, I think people will lean more towards Curtis Samuel because he is $1,000
Mm-hmm.
cheaper. So Robbie's someone I'm just going to be way overweight on Robbie today because I think he is going to come in a
Yeah,
little bit under owned.
I like him a lot. I agree that. I mean, like Samuel, since he does have like the possibility of getting some runs, he will be overowned, I assume. Um, which is fine. He's a good player. I guess we can get a couple of these questions. People come in. Rich is always first one here. What's up, Rich? Um, highest raw points scorer. I don't know. You tell me. I mean, I'm just gonna say Devontae Adams. I don't know. It's just hard to like. I don't care how lame a take that is. He's just so good.
Yeah. No, I'd never spend 9,000 on a receiver in cash games, but we just can't ignore kind of the usage that Adams has been getting. So I wrote in my final thoughts that the only way that the Lions are going to stop Devonta Adams today is if Aaron Jones scores like 3 touchdowns. That's really the only
Yeah.
way that they can stop him.
I do our player props for our for Bet Karma, and I have never projected someone for over 100 yards until this week for Devontae Adams. I mean, it's just like he's going to be 40% owned, 30% owned. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care what his ownership is. It's just one of those things where like it is. I always say in my article, it's always viable to fade anyone at that ownership. But for me personally, this week, I can't do it. I mean, he's just such an elite play. Wow, Garrett Bowles is out. Panthers D is kind of interesting. Ben, what's your favorite GPP stack?
Favorite GPP stack is probably it's probably the Bucks. Honestly, I think the like coming off a bye, I think they're gonna go way over their 30-point team total. So
Mm-hmm.
I like the Bucks a lot, and then you can kind of run it back with Thielen in the slot. So I like Brady, I like Antonio Brown.
Yep.
I like Ronald Jones a lot. Like I might play Ronald Jones in cash on FanDuel honestly because he's really cheap there. I haven't
Yep.
decided yet, but I really like the
I like
Bucks. Really like the Bucks
I
team.
like the Bucks a lot. I also really like the other side of the ball. I wrote in my article. I think some people are kind of aware of it, but it's also like if you over the last 4 games, the Bucks have actually given up the most points on average to wide receivers. Now that's maybe a little skewed because Tyreek Hill went off for his 1,000 points, but like they just kind of been shredded. Like Carlton Davis sucks. Um, what's his name? Murphy Bunting like is super hit or miss. So I think like if Kirk, as long as they're forced to throw, which I think they will be, I think Brady's going to come out and throwing pretty hard here. So I think that could be a really good back and forth game. And I will say, I think an interesting piece, which it doesn't feel good because it didn't have Galladay, is I think like Stafford, who I overplay, like he just won't be owned despite like a game script where they should be trailing. And Packers defense, I still think is not very good outside of Jair. So I mean, I don't know. I think DeAndre Swift is an unbelievable leverage play in a stack and like a game stack of that game. He might be 3% owned, and he's pretty big pass catcher. So
No, I like that call. I've been waiting to play Swift, man. I mean, he's been out the last couple
yeah.
weeks, so I have no issues
Also,
if you want to roll him.
people aren't aware, which they should be, is that Ben and I have a super huge matchup in our dynasty league this week, which I just noticed yesterday. We're both
Yep.
in like last and second to last. It's a pretty big barn burner.
Yes. It's a
My
huge
team.
matchup.
All right, I'm like AC. I'm not answering any questions.
Playing for the first pick, baby.
That's all I care about. I'm always anti-Henry and DK. I'm going Gio in Washington. Montgomery with Samuel to finish, or McKissick, and wow, that's a lot of people. Okay, so Gio, yeah, I play Gio weeks and it never really works, but like the matchup is pretty good. I mean, Brandon Allen's terrible, so I don't hate it. The thing is, though, I would never go. I personally never play like 2 punts in the same lineup. It just kind of really hurts your upside. Ben, what are your thoughts on Montgomery this week? I've gone back and forth.
Yeah, I can't believe that Montgomery was chalk last week. I played him, and he had a really good game. Then they bump his price up, and I like him again. If he was playing most other teams, I'd probably be fine fading him. But I legitimately think Houston has maybe the worst run defense in the NFL. We know he's going to get the ball. The passing game work is there. He's at home. Like I still think it's a good matchup. Like I'm completely fine playing him, especially like on FanDuel. He's really cheap on FanDuel still, so I'm completely fine playing Montgomery.
Yeah, I agree. To answer, I guess, that question, I mean, Montgomery and Samuel or McKissick and Davis or Anderson, I would probably go. I'd probably go Montgomery or Curtis Samuel. I just think Montgomery is a significantly better play than J.D. McKissick.
Yeah,
Just in a vacuum.
yeah. McKissick, I don't know, man. I think McKissick is fine in DraftKings cash games because he's gonna get targets and he can catch 6 or 7 balls for sure, right?
No,
So
he can.
that's
I
fine.
think yeah, I mean, and like you said, I mean, I put it in a couple of pieces of content in Discord this week where it's like, yeah, he's averaging this like 10 targets a game and whatever, and that's obviously massive, but his touchdown equity is like so low. That's the only.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, Barber's basically gonna just be Antonio Gibson, right? And McKissick's role probably isn't changing, but I do think
exactly.
that I think the 49ers can win this game. So theoretically, Washington could be trailing, The problem is
Mhm.
like you can't play McKissick and then tilt that Barber is on the field, right? Because he's gonna be on the field. So I think he's only fine in DraftKings cash. I don't want to play him in anything else.
No, I mean, like you're just like in basically, if say Washington gets up to like a 14-0 lead or something, which is possible with Nick Mullins, like McKissick is not going to be catching 12 balls. Like that's just not going to happen. So
Right.
I agree with you. I think I have like literally zero interest in tournaments whatsoever.
Yeah, it's tough. Like FanDuel would not play him there.
No.
It's I don't know. It's tough.
Standard league need 2 running backs and a flex. Dobbins, Duke, Singletary, DeAndre, Washington, Juju. I would go Dobbins, and it's kind of gross, but I'd probably go Duke just because now, like, I don't know.
Probably Duke, yeah.
And then a flex, I would go Juju. People don't really realize just how bad this Buffalo defense is. Like, it's a really bad defense.
Yeah, I'm cool with some Juju. Dude, I'm just happy we get Cole Beasley on Sunday night, and I'm so ready for it.
Finally, people are seeing this man's talent. Like, I don't understand how they didn't get it before.
All we did last season was talk about Cole Beasley, right? Like, that's all we did.
I mean, it's like insane. Have you seen those stats that he's like outpacing? I think he has more. He was like outpacing DK Metcalf in like a bunch of stats. It was so funny.
Yeah, dude, so when he plays on Sunday night, the way that he says his name, like when they do like the player thing, it literally cracks me up. You got to watch it tonight. It's literally my favorite part. It's so funny.
Rivers or Roethlisberger season long? Roethlisberger. I mean, I get the Rivers matchup, but it's the Colts.
Yeah, I would probably play Ben.
Mahomes, Hill, or Rodgers, Adams? Dude. Okay, first of all, to answer that question, there is literally not a bad answer. I will choose Rodgers, Adams just because it's such an insane usage. I can't even take it.
Yeah, I mean, I think like
I mean, I don't know if you're talking like raw points, ownership. Like, I don't know what.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either of those. I like Mahomes and Tyreek in tournaments. So if you're talking cash, you would pick Rodgers and Adams for sure. But I mean, you can't really go wrong with either of those two.
Stars and scrubs and cash today, led by Mahomes and Kelsey. I'm not playing Mahomes and cash. I'm all in on Rodgers and cash. I think he'll be super high owned, and I think it makes sense. Now again, this is one of those things like Ben. We talk about this on this pod a lot, where it's like I'm never gonna be like, oh, you're playing Mahomes, that's a bad play. Like, no, that's always more than viable. Right. But I would just rather save like, what is it, $600? Yeah. That's just my thought.
I think Mahomes on FanDuel you can play Mahomes because he's cheaper than Rodgers. Like you have no issues.
Mahomes is on FanDuel cash.
Yeah. So I have no issues with that.
Curtis Samuel, yeah. My thing, it's like that's on me. My projections like don't have him. I don't know why he didn't get included, but now it's like I can add him in like after the stream. But he is a good play because I didn't originally have him in there because it was automatically updating, and he was originally on the COVID-19 list, and then turns out he was negative. So that's on me. But he is a good play value. He's gonna be chalked too. Wow. Did you see that news?
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you about Swift.
Who of the sub 4K receivers do you like the best? Probably Perryman. Although if Crowder's out, I do like Berrios actually more than Perryman.
Yeah. So Berrios, what's he averaging? Like 7 targets a game with Crowder out.
7 to 8 targets a game without Crowder. Yeah.
Yeah. Really good play.
Whoa. Leonard Fournette is out. Oh man.
Oh, okay. That changes things for me for sure because I really liked Ronald Jones anyways.
Why is Fournette out? Undisclosed. Love to see that. Wow.
Okay.
That is interesting.
Okay. So, do you think you could play Ronald Jones on DraftKings?
In cash or in general?
Yeah, in cash.
Yes. Yes, but like okay, so the only thing that sucks is that's like an afternoon or an early game because I was saying, I think, by the way, if for anyone who does not normally go, this is a tremendous week for late swap because there's 6 games in the afternoon compared to the normal 3. And what I mean by that is if people aren't as aware, don't pay attention, because I mean, almost no one does it. And all the sharp guys are doing it. It's like, if you are trailing or some guy you're all in on and you get smoked in the early games, you have to try to late swap, because if you're going to lose anyway, it doesn't matter if you're going to play some punt who's quote unquote not cash playable. If you're going to lose anyway, it doesn't matter by how much you lose by, but that guy at least gives you a chance to maybe win cash. So just saying that for starters. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, Ronald Jones, I mean, no Fournette, and the Vikings run D sucks. I mean,
Okay,
who would you rather play in cash, Eckler or Ronald Jones?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what this will do to ownership, but dude, I really liked Ronald Jones.
I do too. I mean, I loved him. I thought he was like a great. I mean, it sucks now he's not a great pivot anymore. But like Eckler, it's funny because the Falcons have a really actually pretty solid run D, but Eckler's not going to get you all those points like rushing really, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I really like my DK lineup. I don't know how I would fit him in here though.
I just wish Derrick Henry was on. I hate Derrick Henry, and I feel obligated to play him. All right, we're getting behind this. That is big news, though. I will say, I think Ronald Jones is now like kind of an elite play.
I guess I could play him over Robbie, but damn, dude, I like Robbie so much.
I kind of want to play him over Derrick Henry because I hate Derrick Henry. Sorry, is it crazy to play 2 Jets in cash? No, because I'm probably doing it. I guess my rationale is that, yeah, they could get you nothing, but the guys I can get with them is pretty elite. So I'm fine with it. Washington and cash over McKissick. Ben, what's your thoughts on that? I don't know.
Yeah, I have Washington in my cash lineup, unfortunately. It's not like he saves you that much. It's not even 1,000, but you know, I do think Washington is going to be popular because everyone's going to go stars and scrubs. So
you too. Cole Kmet punt. Yeah, dude. Cole Kmet is kind of overtaken Jimmy Graham, especially over the last game. I think Cole Kmet is actually a pretty more than fine punt at 2,900. Clearly, Mitch works his way. We all know the Houston defense is a joke. That's my thought. Then you can talk about this because I'm normally the truther, but you wrote him up this week. Mike Davis, GPP.
Yeah, so this is kind of my point. McCaffrey's out, and the only guys projecting for high ownership were the receivers. And I don't even think I think Samuel is the only Panthers guy that's going to get like a ton of ownership now. So why would we not like Davis? Like I know he had a couple like days where he didn't do great. One of them was against the Bucks, right? Like running backs don't do great against the Bucks. That's not a weird thing. He still was a top 12 running back in PPR scoring once McCaffrey went down. So he's still been good. I would rather, take the leverage and play him over someone like Jones at like 50% higher ownership. Like Jones is going to be pretty chalky, I think. So you can just get a little bit of leverage and take Davis and still get some access. Like I think Davis is a really good tournament play. But now, like I like Jones more than Mike Davis now that this news has come out.
Yeah. Is Chad Hansen a decent play with Cooks out? Okay, I've heard a lot about Chad Hansen. I think we need to temper expectations because Cooks is out, so maybe this is now makes him better. But he's played one game, so
Bales,
the Bears.
Bales said he really liked him at Cal, and I I jokingly told Bales I thought that was a fake person. I didn't think that was a real player.
I did too. I thought that was a creative player. I don't look, dude. It's fine. I guess he gets out, but he's played one game, and the Bears' defense is definitely better than who the Texans played last week. I don't even know who they played last week.
Indy.
Oh. Well, okay, I guess my point does not stand. So decent play. I would not play Hansen in cash.
Yeah, the Jets guys are better than Hansen.
Yeah,
if Crowder's out.
Perryman at least I know will be on the field. Duke, McLaurin, Ingram, or Henry, Perriman, Logan Thomas. Definitely the second.
Yeah, second.
I would not play Duke Johnson in cash ever. I've done that before. Then He wants to know if you're playing Hurts or Rodgers. Cash.
I mean, Rodgers is the best play, I think. But as of right now, I have Hurtson just because I'm fine getting a little bit weird on this slate, and I really want to fit in the big three of Derrick Henry, Travis Kelce, and Devontae Adams. Like I want to fit all three of them.
Yep.
So I have Hurts right now, but man, I really wanted to play Robbie, but now I'm gonna have to choose between Robbie and Ronald Jones because I don't see how else I don't see how I could fit him in. So I'm gonna have to pick one of those two.
Gallman Cash. No. I just don't think
you don't need to play Gallman and Cash. Like you have McKissick at 49 on DraftKings. You have Washington for the minimum. Like just drop down a little bit.
Duke Johnson, Ty Johnson, Bernard McKissick, Jeff Wilson. Pick one. Boy, it's a murderer's row. I'd probably pick. Who'd you pick?
No, I said it is a murderer's row.
I don't know. I might pick honestly Bernard or McKissick. I just don't trust Duke Johnson because
I think I like Bernard a little bit more than McKissick.
I do too. Marvin Jones or Marvin Williams or T.Y. Hilton, or sorry, Mike Williams. I kind of really like Mike Williams. I get the Marvin Jones play. Mike Williams is like, I mean, Falcons defense is like really bad.
Yeah.
What are we doing with Washington? I don't know, dude. I probably don't want to play him. I can see Jake trolling about Brady. I can't wait to get to that question. Panthers or Cowboys D on Fanduel. I actually would probably pick Panthers now. Garrett Bowles is like their only good offensive lineman. He's out.
Yeah, again, I would take Panthers.
I mean, the Cowboys D is like, it's a good matchup versus a bad offensive line, but he's like, I mean, it's still a bad defense. Favorite FanDuel cash tight end, Benjamin?
I would love to play Kelce there. I haven't finalized my FanDuel board yet, but I would lean Kelce, or then it's kind of the same guys for me on both sides. I like Kelce and Logan Thomas, but Logan Thomas is a really tough matchup. So somebody that I kind of came onto instead of Logan Thomas, if he's going to be chalky, is Irv Smith with Rudolph out. Mm-hmm. You kind of get access to, a really good game. And
yeah, but my only problem is that Irv is actually hurt.
Yeah, he is. But he can get involved in the red zone. He scored 2 red zone touchdowns a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he goated for us a couple weeks ago.
He did. So I like Irv a little bit. I like Jordan Reed if you want to just get weird instead of play Thomas, you just play Reed in that same game.
Revenge game, dude. Revenge
game.
Hines or Taylor, DK. I'm in on Jonathan Taylor this week for the first time all season, so we'll see how that goes.
Taylor, man, I'm just keep riding him.
I'm feeling like a fish for it. Yeah, I mean, the Raiders defense is an absolute joke. What's up, Frank? Rank Ayuk versus Samuel versus Hilton.
Man, I might. That's tough. I mean, it's Ayuk and Samuel, right? So you're picking one of those two. Because I don't think
I was gonna say Hilton had a good game last week, but like, look at the rest of the season. I'm not really buying it completely. I'd probably say Brandon Ayuk. I don't know.
Yeah. I might lean Ayuk slightly.
Season long Hill or Matt Ryan. So you mean Taysom Hill, and I would definitely choose Matt Ryan. Yo, Eagles D is low key like not that bad.
Yeah, I'd probably play Matt Ryan, I guess.
Like the team is bad because Carson Wentz is bad, but like their defense is like really good. Like because Taysom Hill runs so much, and the Eagles have the second ranked rush defense in the league. Just saying.
Yeah.
Play Hurts naked, probably just because I don't know who you pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Jones is a lock in single entries and 3 max. I don't ever lock anyone personally in football just because in very rare scenarios I do. But I would never lock Jones because the leverage of not playing him is so good because he's about to be really popular. So that's my.
And this is tilting me about this Ronald Jones thing, man.
Montgomery cash play on FanDuel, Ben.
Yes, it's really cheap there.
Best Houston play, wide receiver, tight end. Probably, unfortunately, Kiki Kute, that's a terrible statement to make.
Yeah,
I mean, here's the problem. I guess only wasn't the field, but like for someone who's been a sucker for it like the last 2 seasons, Jordan Akins is like really bad. Now that I said that, he's probably gonna score twice today. But even if he still sucks.
He's got to make up. He's got to make up for that dreadful Thanksgiving performance, right?
That was just comically bad. It's Andy Isabella. Okay. Thoughts on DeAndre Washington? Yeah, I mean, we just don't know. I mean, he should be in. I'd assume he should get like 15 rushes, maybe gets like 2 or 3 targets. So in cash, I think he's fine because he's so dirt cheap. But in tournaments, I don't really see him having the ceiling that you need to compete. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray or Derek Carr? Kind of sad.
That is sad that's even a question.
Okay, so my thing is Kyler is definitely hurt, and the Giants' defense is not that bad. But then again, it's also Derek Carr. So I'd probably choose Kyler Murray still because the Indy defense is pretty good.
I might actually be able to play Rodgers now.
Oh. Ben's over here. I'm over here trying to answer questions.
Yeah, dude. Well, this is like so tilting to me.
Ben, what are your thoughts on Colin Johnson? It's kind of funny. He's kind of like seen a lot of targets.
Yeah, but like the game that he had a really big game, Chark didn't play, correct? So, I mean that kind of just hurts it for me. I do like Glennon this week though. So if you really want to take a flyer and play him, go ahead. But if I'm gonna play Glennon, I'm just gonna play him with Chark. Right?
Yeah. Okay, I got the Jake stupid question. Is Cousins gonna outscore Brady today? Probably not. Unless they're down by 50, which they could be because the Vikings below. Brady under 20. Okay, I'll take that bet. He's going over 20 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going over 20.
I love Zeke today. I thought it was going to be kind of more. I wrote him up in my article, and I thought he was going to be kind of someone who's more quietly not owned, even though he's 6,600, but he's about to be owned, but I'm okay with it. Dallas, the best value defense.
Yeah, on DraftKings. Yeah. I don't hate the Eagles for 2,200.
I don't either.
If you want to get really weird, but it's probably Dallas. But Eagles for 2,200 does interest me.
Taysom loves fumbling. Jones and Montgomery in cash.
Yeah, like on Fanduel. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't think I can fit Montgomery on DraftKings.
I can't either.
Like I would play Jones, right?
Yeah. Ben, what's the best punt tight end for Fanduel cash? I assume it's.
I mean, it's you can go down to Reed, Irv Smith, Akins. I actually think is interesting, to be honest.
No, he's a fine punt. I'm just saying, don't expect Akins to like break the slate for you. And also, like, don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for him to get a big fat 0. Reed or Thomas, Fanduel cash. I'd probably go Jordan Reed, to be honest. I think the savings on Logan Thomas and Fanduel are not nearly as good as DraftKings.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If paying for a defense and price doesn't matter, who do you take? Probably the Saints. Saints are not the Packers. Saints or
yeah, it's Saints, I think, for sure.
I'd probably say the Saints, or I'd take. I don't know. I think the Bears are become like a pretty elite play at this point. Robbie and Samuel both in cash. Probably wouldn't go both. I'd probably pick one.
Yeah, I don't think I would play both.
Mike Davis or Taylor Fanduel cash. Probably Taylor, right? Because it's Fanduel's kind of more touchdowns.
Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, you really just want you just need your guys to score touchdowns on Fanduel. That's literally it. That's why it's always been to spend up at running back, but running back has just been so weird this season, relative to past years.
Why no love for Gronk? No, dude. I wrote him up. I think Gronk is such a great play. I don't care if Braid's active. And yeah, Kendrick's being out, they cannot replace him. That he's such a big loss in this game. Dave, Joey or Ethan? Obviously, Ethan. I hate Joey. Okay, Boyd, AJ Brown, or Kiki?
Um, yeah, it's AJ Brown. No, I don't even think that's close, really.
Man, yeah. If you had to play one, Henry or Devontae on FanDuel? Dude, I'm gonna pick Devontae every.
It's probably Devontae. I can't believe I'm saying that, but probably is.
Alt, yep, was waiting for a good comment from you, and there it is. I know it's a tough matchup with Dalvin. Yeah, dude, Dalvin's gonna be like negative owned. I'm not. The matchup is brutal, but like he's not gonna be owned at all.
Yeah, he will. I can't believe that though. But like he really won't
Yes,
be owned.
Jackson feeling and more usage than Derrick Henry, and will probably be 1/6 of the ownership.
Yeah.
Herbert, Allen, Eckler stack. Yeah, I mean it'll be popular, but it's a good one. I think honestly more interesting is Herbert, Allen, and Henry, or Herbert, Eckler, and Henry. If you want to get like just different.
Yeah. So I didn't really write that game up, but that is a really good.
Henry is like in sweet spot.
That
dude.
is a real. That's a really good like tournament game, man. To play Herbert and Eckler or Keenan, and then run it back. Like that is a really good game.
Like honestly, like I get why. I think Tannehill is going to be like really overowned, even though I like him. But like I like Herbert over him for $100 more.
Yeah.
Just talk myself into
Yeah, I'm actually fine with that, to be honest.
Fanduel Cash, Gallup and Komet, or Berrios and Irv, or Reed. That's a weird one. You answer that one.
It's probably the second one.
Yeah. Pittman or Judy, season-long PPR. Pittman. Dude, Drew Lock like hates Jerry Judy. I don't know why.
Yeah, why does he not like him?
Like, what did he do to him? Like, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah. FanDuel, GPP, Carson or Eckler.
Carson, I think, is interesting if we think
So
Seattle.
I think Carson's great leverage play.
Yeah, I might take Carson, especially FanDuel, because Eckler's value is going to be buoyed on DraftKings, right, where he can get some points off catches. So yeah, I would probably take Carson.
Oh, hey, my brother's in here again. Glennon, Robinson, Shark stack. That's honestly probably how I'd stack them. Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
The thing is, dude, I don't know.
If Glennon goes off, I'm gonna be so happy.
I have heard like multiple people at this point talk about Glennon. I just can't play. Like, I just can't do it. McLaurin, GPP. Yeah, he's not gonna be owned at all. That's fine.
Yeah, he actually isn't gonna be owned, is he?
No.
That's interesting.
Hanson, Perryman, Gallup, DK Cash. Whoa, dude, I don't know. That's those receivers could very easily combine.
I think you can play two of them. I don't know about playing all three.
I don't know about three. That's a lot of punting. I'd play two of those three. Antonio Brown and FanDuel Cash. Yeah, I don't know about FanDuel as well, Ben, but I know on DK, I think Antonio Brown, was going to be really chalk. But with Mike Evans in the game now, I think he'll be less owned, but he also will probably have less usage. But Brady's kind of been trying to get him the ball, I feel like. I mean, last game, not at all. But,
yeah. I think you can play him in cash on FanDuel.
Yeah. Going Brown over Anderson, he'll be less owned for sure.
Yeah, dude, that's tough though.
Oh, he clarified. That's funny. He said, "I meant which one of the three, Perryman, Gallup, Hanson." That's funny.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Sense.
Yes.
I was like, dude, that's a lot of punting. I would probably pick Perryman or Gallup.
Yeah, Gallup is definitely interesting.
No, dude, he's an interesting play. The problem is he just doesn't get the targets that.
Yeah, no, it's probably Perryman. So if Crowder's out, I might actually like Berrios more than all three of them, which is weird.
Oh, yeah, sure,
but
totally.
I think I like.
Yeah, first.
In
the league.
I don't know. Gallup versus Perryman is definitely a debate, but I think I would lean towards Perryman. I mean, Seattle's still giving up the most fantasy points to receivers, right? I mean, it's been the whole season. They're still giving up the most fantasy points.
Yeah. Any interest in Mooney? Not really. Mitch is too bad.
Yeah, there's too many cheaper guys for me.
I think my punt that I like at 3K that's not Barrios is KJ Hamler because Drew Lock has an obsession with just hawking the ball, and KJ Hamler can just catch it occasionally. And apparently they hate Judy, so it's like Tim Patrick and Hamler. What do y'all think about Bridgewater, Samuel Anderson stack? That's fine, honestly.
Yeah, no one's gonna play Teddy, so no one's gonna play Teddy.
Thielen, Boyd, McLaren. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's funny. I like it's so annoying. It's like I like Boyd, I like Perryman, I like Higgins, I like all these guys, and like their quarterback just blow. I like Boyd though.
Yeah, Boyd is a good play, I think, honestly. So a lot of people are on that game more than I am, but I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if that game went over the total. The total's not even that high.
What, the Seahawks game or the
No,
Bengals game?
the Bengals game.
Yeah. Duke Johnson or DeAndre Washington cash. DeAndre Washington.
Yeah, it's Washington. I think Washington's a good play. So while we're on this, in my on-stream cash lineup that I have now edited, I no longer have Washington, which I'm actually kind of tilting because I do think he's a good play.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, am I that concerned with not having DeAndre Washington exposure?
No, I have Perriman instead of him. So what's the difference, you know?
Ben Perryman versus Samuel Fanduel cash.
I mean, I haven't checked. Are they like around the same price? If they're around the same price and you can play either of them without changing your lineup, I'd rather play Samuel. I think.
Yeah, Trent, can you post the?
I don't know what the salaries are. I don't have FanDuel pulled up because I've been editing my cash.
Ben Akins, Reed, or Irv and FanDuel.
I mean, I like Reed the most of those three.
Reed or Irv. I hate Jordan Akins. He's so terrible.
I might have to play Akins on DraftKings.
No, it's like I get why sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and play him, but then it's like,
this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I haven't edited my cash lineup this much on Sunday morning all season. This is horrible.
McKissick, Montgomery, and Washington cash. Are you asking about all of them or one?
If you're playing them all, that's fine. You probably need Henry, man. I hate it. I do. But you probably need Henry in cash.
And Trent said Perryman versus Samuel on FanDuel was only $100 difference. I would definitely play probably Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I would just play Samuel.
Thielen getting any love on FanDuel? Yeah, I mean, he should be owned. I don't think he's going to be chalked or anything.
Yeah, he won't be low owned, but I don't think he'll be like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. What else we got, kids?
I can't wait to tell you my lineup after we get off this. And you're just going to laugh at me. It's just ridiculous.
I don't know, man. If we're not getting more questions, I guess we can kind of.
Yeah, thank you guys for all the questions today. Week 14 minutes winding down. I can't believe football's almost over. If you guys didn't see, we have preseason only NBA package up. There's still 1 week. It's all this week. It's up on the site. Myself, Bales, James, Sriracha, like we're in Discord all day, kind of just talking about the NBA slate. So I mean, if you want to try us out, you can try that out. It's cheaper than our other products, and there's still a whole week of preseason left. Like there's a bunch of games today, and then all this week, and you can get in the Discord. So you can go check that out. But yeah, I mean, good luck this week. If you guys have any questions, Sam and I will be in Discord. But yeah, good luck this week. Thank you guys.